One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, Jeff, what made you decide to invest in an RV park? How do you make money in these things? Well, I actually started off in apartments, and now that I've started off in apartments, I did self-storage, I did some other things, I've got something to compare it to. And with apartments, you only really have one stream of income, and that is somebody that's renting from you, right? Typically a long-term renter. Could be 6 months, could be a year, something like that. And maybe some laundry as well. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So whenever I got the chance to start investing in RV parks and in mobile home parks, I've noticed a few things. Number one, it's a whole lot cheaper. The expenses are a lot less. The insurance is a lot less because, I mean, think about it. You've got, behind me, people have their own structures, okay? If a storm's coming or something like this, they just pack up and leave town. Versus an apartment, it costs a lot more to insure because if there's wind damage or flood damage or whatever, you have to insure that building. So that's the insurance part. The expenses part, think about it again. If you have a structure like an apartment building or single family home, that's going to have more expenses versus something like this where we have gravel road. We pay to do the roads a little bit. We pay to maintain the grounds, but for the most part, people bring in their own RVs. Here's another thing that I like about RV parks: multiple income stream sources. You have some of these people that they stay nightly. Well, you can charge the most. Then you have people that actually work in the area. They're actually building across the interstate, they're building an Amazon fulfillment center. Well, you get people that work here. So they may stay monthly, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, something like that. And then you have people that actually permanently reside here. So you have a couple of different tenant structures. And then also you've got golf cart rentals, depending on where you are, where your location is. You've got propane. People love propane. And actually at this park, what we do is we actually will set out the propane. They'll set out the empty bottles. Our management, they'll come by and they'll pick them up, swap them out for full tanks. Love that. And speaking of management, that's another really big thing because this is more like an Airbnb. It's more like a hospitality business because if you're not taking care of the guests, if you're not making it a seamless experience, check in, check out, you have some sort of app or something, just like when you check into an Airbnb, that could really decimate the revenue of the park. So you want to make it as easy as possible to get somebody to help somebody to rent from you. And the reviews on these parks are huge because just like when you go buy something on Amazon, what do you look at typically? The reviews, right? So you want to treat your guests right, and in return, ask them for a review, an honest review, but you want to make sure that you treat them right so that you'll get a good review. So besides the expenses are lower, besides the insurance is lower, multiple streams of income, all of those things factor in, but one of the most important things is the cash flow. The cash flow and cash on cash return that we're getting from these parks. We're buying most of them at a 9, 10, 11 plus cap rate. If you don't know what a cap rate is, it's basically the net operating income divided by the purchase price. And what this means in layman's terms is if you buy a park like this and you pay all cash, what is your expected return to be? So let me give you an example. We bought this one for, I think, about a 9 or 10 cap. You go out and you try to buy an apartment or something like that right now, they're trading for like a 3 or 4 cap. It's a big difference. So the goal is to buy on a high cap and then sell it at a lower cap rate. So you want to increase your revenue. You want to increase your net operating income, and you'll be able to typically charge more. So you've got the multiple streams of income. You have the cheaper expenses. You have the higher cash rates. So to answer the most frequently asked question, Jeff, why did you start investing in RV parks? Now you know the answer.